Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. First and 10, it's Haskins. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
We got 3.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
Here goes Hunt. 53, Mike. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. Check 37, check 37. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Bring it. Kill, man, 80. Turn up.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's get it.
At the 13-yard line.
Hey, look, 380.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 7 yards there and a first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Mike, 57. Okay, double up. Check safety.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now Saquon Barkley, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Mike 57. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Here it comes.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after one on EA Sports. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Check 31. Say it. Go. Check.
Now Leonard Fournette. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Let's go now. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Watch the safety creep. Jim.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A gain of 3, second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Check 52. Undercross.
On second down, here's Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. And he gets this one down to the 24. A gain there of 21 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check it back up.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Watch one. We got one.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Come on, fellas.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold, open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Bang, 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 bang. I got it. I got it. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
So don't say nothing. Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Check Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch it.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Now they try the right side here. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Check 24. Check 24. Man, 80.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
So we got man.
On first down, Barkley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Check.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
27. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Go sack. 53. Check 53. Watch the curl. Man, 80.
Hey, exit. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. So that'll back him up 5. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes. But the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Key tight end, key tight end. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down. Mike, 4. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Watch the edge. Out. Check 50, check 50.
Now it's Barkley. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Watch the pass. Hey, check Mike, 57. Wait, 57.
This is Barkley. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Recon, 132 fighter. Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Defense, let's go. Mike spot 4. Red 80. Watch the run. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, Alpha.
Now they snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And he'll give it here to his running back. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Check motion.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot him.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check three.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This time Haskins will look to throw. Forced out to his left. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Hey. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50. 53. Bound to lose one. Check. 53's Mike. Check.
From the 39, Haskins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Back.
Now a handoff looking right.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. On the run, it's Barkley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
And less than a yard.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch out.
Darnold a sneak, and he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mike 57. Don't get nervous. Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, Barkley looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And an alley to run. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
Check 4, check 4.
He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
It's a gain of 10. And their first down on the Chiefs.
Check, check.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
At the 37-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the curl. Whip. Watch the whip. Hatchet.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And to give this time to the tailback. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This from 55 yards out. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got to find a way to heave it all the way towards the end zone and give yourself a chance. Your time management sheet tells you with this amount left on the clock, you don't get cute and try and get 2 plays, because if you try that, that's all you're going to get is 1, and it won't be a 1 towards the end zone.
How will they handle it? Let's find out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And he'll give it here to his running back. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
SOS, SOS, SOS. Watch the motion, watch the motion. Shift, lady. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Darnold with his first throw of OT. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Now Haskins to throw it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. They go play action now. Haskins. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Watkins, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let a team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
Check 24. Mike 4. Danny. Switch. Red 80. Alert blow. Mike 4. Here we go.
Now they try the right side here. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Let's go.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
All day. Lady. 57 to Mike. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. Let's keep moving. Converge. 57. Mike, 57. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
At the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Young lady.
And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout.
Mike 5-4. You're not ready, lady. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, here we go. Right there. 50.
On second and 7, Darnold. He's got his big tight end, Fant, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome with the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Denver, good night, everybody.